What's up, everybody? It's HBT, man, with the Straight Up Wrestling Show. Just coming to you guys this afternoon, man. Just coming to you and talking to you about, hey, what we just now witnessed, man. We just now witnessed a great show. Excuse me, guys. Definitely excuse me. But yeah, we just now witnessed a great show last night, man. This right now, I'm on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. This is Sunday afternoon, but yeah, last night, man, we had a great show. There was SmackDown Friday night. We did SmackDown Friday night, and last night, man, yesterday evening, we had SummerSlam. It was a SummerSlam that you won't soon forget, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's one of the best pay-per-views that I've seen in the 3.5 years, man, that me and Christopher Burton been doing the Straight Up Wrestling Show thing. It's one of the best shows that I've seen. And I'm talking all the way from WWE, AEW, TNA, all the way down to the Indies. This is one of the best shows I've seen. And I've got to give Triple H credit and everybody that works in creative with Triple H, writing, whatever they're doing. I will give them credit, man. This show from top to bottom was a very good show. I was very impressed with it. It's one of these shows that I can go out and I can talk to the general public. I can talk to anybody about and say, hey, it was a great show. Now, hey, I'm in the car. I'm just driving around and everything. I don't have the whole lineup with me, but pretty much I can remember mostly everything that happened. Now, I was live by myself there for, a couple hours, a few hours, and then Christopher Burton came in for the last couple hours. Man, but yeah, hopefully Chris will go back today and watch the rest of the show, the parts that he missed, because it's definitely worth every single minute, man. That was a great show from top to bottom. And like I said, as far as Liv Morgan, the thing with Dominic Mysterio, turning on Liv against Rhea, man, that was just unbelievable. I was just like, it went down, man. It went down just like a lot of people thought. But yeah, Dominic, he turned on her and ended up kissing Liv. Those two pretty much started smooching, man, like they was getting ready to throw down, like they needed a room. So, hey, they went ahead and did their thing. We saw that, and we'll see how that thing plays out this week coming up, man, because it's going to be some serious consequences, and that right there sets up something great for WrestleMania or something like that. Whatever we have next, Bad Blood or whatever, that right there sets up a very good scenario. And the storyline continues, man. It continues. I see it even more interested now. So that right there is the first bowling pin of the Judgment Day falling down, man. So that right there, you taking that out of the equation. Not Dominic, but Damian Priest was pissed off about that, man. He was ticked off, and he was looking to find Dominic, and he was back there. He was fussing at Finn. He was fussing at what's the other guy? Goodness sake, man. JD, what is his name? I forgot his name. The other guy, man, that's in the group, he was fussing at him and Carlito. So, hey, he was wondering where in the world Dominic Mysterio was at. He was pretty pissed off about that betrayal of Mommy. So we'll see what happens there, man. And hey, big ups to not Logan Paul, but big ups to LA Knight. LA Knight was able to, wrest that belt away from Logan Paul. I'm glad that happened. He won the title, so I'm very happy about that. That's something that we can definitely hang our hats on. Now, as far as me, everybody, man, that listens to the Straight Up Wrestling Show, the People's Podcaster, Christopher Burton. Man, Christopher Burton, he loves LA Knight, and a lot of our listeners love LA Knight. I'm not an LA Knight fan. But don't get me wrong, man. I've been saying it over and over again that LA Knight needs to get that United States Heavyweight Championship. One of the championships. He needs to be a champion, and that belt is the one I was focused on. I've been saying that for months, man, this whole year, because of the momentum that he sets and what LA Knight can mean to the business. Now, this thing should have happened about 3 months ago, to tell you the truth. But, he's been on fire, man, for like 5 or 6 months. And, they pretty much have squashed this thing with him over and over again a few different times. But, they finally settled and put the title on him. And let's see where it goes from there. Hopefully we won't see anybody trying to slow him down or anything like that, and he ends up losing the title fast. We don't want to see that. And man, we had 6 title matches, I think 4 title changes. So that's incredible. That's really incredible how that went down yesterday. But yeah, so we got LA Knight, man. He's the United States heavyweight champion, and I have to say the man deserves it, even though I don't think he's a great wrestler, guys. So don't get me wrong. I still think he's a C+ level at best wrestler, but he was able to get that heavyweight championship, and I got to give him his props, man. Straight up, I got to give it to him. And wow, man, we had Bron Breakker ended up beating Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, Sami Zayn, the title, when it boils down to it, in my opinion, that title should have been dropped to Chad Gable. Chad Gable should have that title. But Chad Gable, we know that he's tied up in that Y6 thing, which is, the Y6, and that's pretty crazy if you ask me. Man, look, Chad Gable was looking really good, looking very strong, and one of these guys that was a challenge to, man, wow, goodness sake. I'm about to say Walter. Why in the world am I about to say Walter? But he was a challenger. He was the main challenger to Gunther, man, and gave Gunther great matches. So I think Chad Gable should have been the next one to hold that title, and he should have been the one who took the title away from Sami Zayn. But I tell you what, I'm a big fan of Bron Breakker. That's your man. That's your man, JL. I'm a huge fan of Bron Breakker, so I'm happy that Bron Breakker has that title now. 100%. I'm glad that he has the title, and I think he's going to be a great champion. I just feel bad for Chad Gable and what he's caught up in. But, yeah, I'm glad to see Bron Breakker having that title, and I think he will be a major player coming up with Netflix, them going to Netflix and everything. And I think he will be a major player out here on the scene for WWE. He doesn't have to have the world title right now. So, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be a future world champion, but he doesn't have to have that right now. Man, but yeah, so congratulations to Bron Breakker for becoming an Intercontinental Champion, man. But yeah, great night. Like I say, it was a great night of wrestling. I mean, there's nothing in that whole show that I could look at and say, hey, thumbs down. Thumbs down. They just didn't play out good. But yeah, that show was it was fantastic. Was there any 5-star matches? No, there was no 5-star matches, but it was a complete show. It's the kind of show that you actually want to have, man, and present to a wrestling audience. This is the type of show that you can run out and just tell everybody, man, hey, you watch wrestling. If you don't watch, hey, if you're not watching wrestling, I recommend that you watch this year's SummerSlam 2024. You can have your family over. You can have anybody over there with you and watch that, and they would say it was entertaining. It was a very good show, guys. It really was. All right, man. And plus, like I said, we had Jelly Roll there. Jelly Roll ended up getting in the ring, man, and doing his thing. Dropping the doggone, dropping them bombs, man. Dropped a bomb on, Austin Theory, I think it was, along with Miz and R-Truth. Jelly Roll got to do a little entertaining with his music and everything. So, hey, Jelly Roll got in there and did his thing, man. It was just, everything was just very, very good. Very good. Let's see. Who else? You had Gunther. You had that thing go down with, you had Gunther wrestling Damian Priest. And that was a very good match, man. But you ended up having Finn Balor coming out and looked like he was going to be for Damian. But I had a suspicion that he was going to come out to screw that thing up. And we was talking about that. Christian Adams was talking about that. I think Green Randall talked about that. I think a couple other people talked about that on the podcast. And we knew that, hey, it was a possibility that Finn Balor was going to screw him up. And Finn Balor definitely screwed him up. Came out there, put, when he looked like he was going to take Gunther out, he took Gunther's foot and put it on the rope, man. And wow, then Damian Priest, after that, man, all he wanted to do was get at Finn Balor. And, man, Finn just had that look, man. It looked like the demon you know, that demon persona just came out of him. And Finn Balor, he don't care. Finn Balor, he got tired of being pushed around by Damian Priest. And a lot of people will tell you straight up that Finn Balor's the better wrestler. Man, he's the more accomplished wrestler. Now, I don't know if he's the better leader or whatever, but in my opinion, he should have been the leader. But when it boils down to it, we all know that Mommy is the leader, the true leader of Judgment Day. She was. She was true leader of Judgment Day. Now, what's going to happen with Judgment Day? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to carry on with Mommy, Damian Priest, Carlito, and, man, what the heck is his name? JD or J or what? I don't know, man. Can't even think of his name right now, man. That's how irrelevant he is to me. Now, Chris likes him, think he's very talented. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. But I can't think of his name right now. I really can't. Goodness sake, man. I just can't think of his name. I mean, it's not that I think he's a bad wrestler. I think he's pretty good, but he just... Oh, man. He just never meant anything to me. Just put it that way. I should still know his name, though. It's not right. Oh, wow. Who else I'm missing here, man? I'm missing one other match. There was one other match that I think I'm missing. We should have had a tag team match. I don't remember any tag team matches, guys, but we should have had a tag team match. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there was one more. Okay, Nia Jax, man. Nia Jax ended up defeating, let's see. Nia Jax ended up defeating my girl Bayley, man. Wow. And you know what? Look, I have no problem with that. Even though I wanted Bayley to win this match, I have no problem with Nia Jax ended up winning the match, because when it boils down to it, they really haven't booked Bayley right. They really haven't. But all of it tied into the storyline that they have, that, you know, they already have. Now, a lot of these matches don't seem like a big storyline went down, but when it boiled down to it, each one of them had a storyline, and it led to these matches, and it led to victories. You know, so it led to outcomes. So it's 4 title changes. Hey, big ups to Nia Jax too. She ended up winning that title, you know, along with Gunther becoming the new world heavyweight champion, the WWE world champion. And Nia Jax, she ended up, you know, winning part of the women's world heavyweight championships. So big ups to Nia Jax, man. And she had a hard time doing it. It wasn't easy, but she ended up winning the title over Bayley. And wow, so big ups to her, man. That was a good match too. You know, so wow. Now where we go from here? And she had a little help from Tivy Time. Tivy Time came out there, but I thought Tivy was gonna go ahead and clock her with that suitcase, man. I really did. You know, Tivy was pretty much was turning her suitcase in. She was pretty much going in to cash in, but she didn't get to cash in. So I guess she's gonna have more opportunity down the road. But I thought she was gonna get Nia, man. I really did. But that didn't happen. Okay, so man, that ended up being a pretty good match there, man. Last but not least, and you know, I didn't do these things in order. I definitely didn't do them in order. But yeah, last but not least, we had the heavyweight championship match, man, between Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. And you know, hey, I was out there talking to a few people earlier in the daytime because I went to do an indie wrestling show and talk to a lot of wrestlers and things. You know, hey, you had some of those people out there thinking Solo Sikoa was going to win the world championship. Man, I was just like, no flipping way. No flipping way Solo Sikoa is going to be the world champion. He wasn't going to win that title. But you had people that was convinced that he was going to win the title. I wasn't convinced. Not at all. I was like, no way. So, you know, they had the match between Solo Sikoa, and Cody Rhodes that went down. Man, Cody just too skilled. He just really is. And I'm sorry, Solo Sikoa is a C wrestler, man. In my opinion, he's a C wrestler. Not even a C plus wrestler. He's a C wrestler. And, you know, they got into this match. This thing was going down. It was Judgment Day, not Judgment Day. It was Bloodline Rules. And then we had, Jacob Fatu. And the other one came out. I forgot. I can't even think of his name right now, man. But I do know his name. He, you know, they came out and they pretty much attacked. They attacked Cody for Solo to get an advantage. Now Solo did wrestle really good, and Cody, man, he helped carry that match. You know, he carried the match, it pretty much made Solo look good. I have to give it to him on that. He made Solo look good, guys. And so it was a decent match going forward. It was, as the match went on, it was a good match. And then you had, like I said, Jacob Fatu, and then the other one. And man, look, I don't know why in the world I don't really know his name right off the bat. It's because I really don't pay attention to him because I just don't like that crew. I do not like that crew. I think it's a fake bloodline. And, they came out and helped. And, they pretty much started taking it to Cody. And all of a sudden, here come Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens came and pretty much made it look like he was going to make it even there. They got it. They finally got Kevin. I'm like, wow. Then Randy Orton came out. And then when Randy Orton came out, then it definitely got even. And Randy and Kevin pretty much turned back the bloodline. He turned back the second rate bloodline, if you ask me. It's a second rate bloodline. I hate to say it, guys. Turned them back. Then here come Roman Reigns, man. Wow. And it's good to see Roman back, man. Roman Reigns came back. Roman Reigns walking down, he's walking the ramp. He's walking down, man, just coming through. Fans going crazy, with signs. They got the signs and everything. So there was people out there anticipating him to come back. But he's coming back, he's not slapping fives with anybody. Cody just looking at him, and man, Solo Sikoa just, he's like in shock, man. He's like, oh my gosh. But Solo, he's probably thinking, hey, is my cousin going to be for me? But I'm pretty sure he knew he was in trouble for all the shenanigans and all the things that he's pulled, the things that he, jumped the wise man, getting out there and just saying all these things and talking about he's the tribal chief now and everything. Roman didn't give him a go ahead on that or anything. He knew what was going down, man. He had to know what was going down. So, man, Roman coming, and Roman finally started running into the ring. He ran into that ring, and went over there and just whap, as Solo getting up. Roman jumps in the air, boom. Man, hit him with that super punch, man. Just busted him in the jaw. Okay, he goes down. Then Roman goes over into the corner, man, and, hit him with a signature move, man, and, just basically speared the living crap out of him. And looked at Cody, gave Cody a nod, man. They looked at each other for a while, gave Cody a nod. Cody went over there, and Cody grabbed the dude up, and Cody just started hitting him with crossroads, man. That was it. That was basically it. And, hey, ended up being a great show, even though I don't think we ranked any match over 3.5 stars. But for the show, it was like 4.5 stars. We had people on a panel, man, that said it was a 5-star show. And it can be a 5-star show when it boils down to it. It was the most complete show that I've seen. Now, was it more exciting than the last couple of WrestleManias? I can't really say that, but it was better overall. It's probably the best overall show out of the main 3 that I've seen. Now, I've seen indie shows that was just as good, but man, that was an incredible show, and that's what wrestling is. That's what wrestling is about. That's what it's supposed to be about. And that's the type of feeling that it used to give me when I was growing up. Now, this right here, I wasn't just watching as a fan. I was watching as a podcaster. But it gave me those fan vibes, and yeah, I'm still a fan, but I'm a podcaster too. But it was me as a fan watching this and saying, wow, man, this is incredible. This is really, really good. And so big ups to WWE, man. Big ups to WWE. And wow, if you haven't seen this, go back and watch every single minute of it. I guarantee you will love it straight up. But I'll talk to each and every one of you guys a little bit later. Men and women, boys and girls, whoever come in, check out Straight Up Wrestling Show. I know we got a lot of different ages and all that. We appreciate you 100%. But yeah, go and check out SummerSlam, and we'll talk to you later. Stay straight up. Peace.